Welcome to episode 111 of the quest lore series, The Eyes of Glouphrie. To start this quest you must have completed the Grand Tree. You talk to Brimstale in a cave underneath the gnome stronghold. He's researching the arcane, and is glad that he has someone to talk about his magic research with. Most gnomes are not interested and don't entirely trust magic. He tells you the story of the most famous gnome mage, Glouphrie, who was exiled after the Goblin Wars and was working with light, alongside Oatnock, who was the famous engineer and architect that built most of the stronghold during the reign of King Helforg. Brimstale says that you can now wander around the cave and learn about all the different parts you see. You find a singing bowl of an elvish appearance, the sounds of the cave bounce off it, and you almost feel like it's calling for home. You also see some ancient machinery. There is only one gnome alive today who knew Oatnock, King Helforg and Glouphrie, and that is Hazelmere, who helped create the Grand Tree. Brimstale asks you to talk to Hazelmere to find out anything you can about Oatnock's machine, and anything you can about Glouphrie that would be interesting. Hazelmere casts a magic spell and everything seems a lot clearer. You can now hear his voice in your head, but he's not moving his lips. You're communicating with him telepathically. In the Fourth Age, a time before humans, Helforg became king. The elves mysteriously decided to go west, leaving most of Canterbury open for conquest. There were the gnomes and the goblin tribes. They met at the Battle of Atadisundri. The goblins were stronger, but Glouphrie and King Helforg devised a plan to make it seem like they have an absolutely massive army of giant tortoises through the magic of illusion. The goblins were scared and fled. Hazelmere then befriended a spirit tree named Argento. He started travelling using its system, although one day things became dark. While the tree appeared alive to others, Hazelmere had an intuition that something was off. Glouphrie had used his magic to hide the truth. Oatnock made an anti-illusion machine with help from the elves, and the gnomes could now see that the tree was in fact dead. As Glouphrie kept something secret from the king, he was ordered to leave, and so he went with a group of gnomes to a place they called Arpasandra. Hazelmere gives you a violet pentagon, which was part of the machine, although he's not sure how it works. You now update Brimstale with everything, which he takes notes of. While you're explaining, a shadowy figure hides behind a cupboard and then breaks Oatnock's machine. To repair this you need maple logs, oak logs and a resin-based glue made of pine with a magical grey powder, which is a crushed mud rune. With a hammer and a saw, the machine is repaired and you collect more tokens from Brimstale. The value of the tokens are a multiplication of the colour value with the number of sides. To unlock the machine, the tokens need to fit the slots and sum together to match the number displayed. When the machine is activated, the cute creatures now appear as evil creatures. The anti-illusion reveals them to actually be spies. You update the king, who asks you to get rid of all of them. Once they're all dealt with, you are rewarded and might be called upon one day to further investigate Glouphrie and the spies. You also get a seed which is placed in the elven singing bowl, giving you a crystal saw which provides an invisible +3 boost to construction when used. Completing this quest is a requirement for Monkey Madness 2. Join me next time where I'll explain the lore behind Enlightened Journey.